G'day fishers, welcome back to our weekly fishery report. Big one this week, plenty to talk about. Some interesting things happening this week on the fishing front, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's begin like we always do on the beginning of the report, and let's talk about the estuary. So the estuary definitely been on fire this week. Whiting and biting, plenty of sand whiting about at the moment. Whether you're shore-based, in the boat, shallows are the way to go. Dutchies, Bagnalls Beach, through to Corlette, up to Salamander, all those shallows fishing really well. Likewise over at Jimmy's, Pindime Way, all those areas on the incoming tide holding really big whiting. Live beach worms, really light leaders, and away you go. So you'll definitely get some really nice sand whiting at the moment if you give it a crack. The other good thing, plenty of flatties around. Been speaking to Pete and Matt virtually every day, doing really well. Father and son team doing really well on the flatties, especially on hard bodies. So they're throwing some dial hard bodies around, getting some really nice flatties around at the moment. So which is good to see, especially up towards Tilliery, Taylor's Beach area as well. So some really nice flatties getting about at the moment. So definitely worth a shot on flatties. But if you can, just try and avoid those crowds, which is hard this time of year, but definitely worth a shot. Now, the good old Nelson Bay breakwall, been fishing really well. There's been some kingies down there. There's also been, there goes a fly. We'll shoo that fly away. Bugger off. Some good dewies and kingies down the breakwall there at the moment. Paul from Fishport Stevens Estuary Charters putting his clients onto some really nice kings down there. You've got to get live baits, the only way to tempt them at the moment. Young Ashton actually threw in a live yakka 2 nights ago and caught 114 centimetre mulloway down off the breakwall. Breakwall fishing extremely well at the moment. Speaking of dewies, got to make special mention to Troy. Absolutely cracked a beauty during the week, metre 20. Did really well. He also did really well on the whiting on the northern end, should say the western end of Shoal Bay Beach. So some whiting turning up there as well. So Bay's fishing extremely well at the moment. Now off the beaches again, plenty of whiting around. All the familiar beaches at the moment fishing really well. With the northerly winds that are expected over the weekend, those protected corners like the Spit, the northern end of Samurai, you might be able to sneak into just below Middle Rock there, and also the northern end of Barooby there as well. So plenty of whiting around at the moment on the beaches. A few salmon still about, even though the water's really, really warm. A couple of salmon on the beaches. Lots of tailor in the gutters, but only small ones, but good fun first light. So definitely worth a shot. Now off the rocks, any of the headlands are holding a few bonito at the moment. Some really good tailor as well, and the odd king. So if you're keen on spinning, Boat Harbour Way, 1 Mile Point, Fisherman's Bay, all fishing well. You could try Rocky as well. Be definitely worth a shot off those headlands as well. So give that a go. Water's moved in, so it won't be far before the bonito really start to ramp up. That water today, 24 degrees right against the rocks. So there you go. So fishing really well on the rocks at the moment. Now, so offshore at the moment, so still some really, really nice snapper around out in that deeper water. As I keep saying every week, that deeper water, because the water is really clear in the shallows. Brad on Pacific Blue Charters getting some really nice snapper in 60 metres this week, using little live yakkas and some fresh slimies. Got some really nice reds up to 7 kilos. Plenty of traggers around as well. The big gibbers holding trag, the 21, the V, the outer V, all the way down to Uralla there, holding plenty of trag, so definitely worth a shot there. Plenty of rat kings around the washes. I know Little Island's being played with rat kings, so if you want to have a bit of fun with the kids, try some little skirted lures around or some little minnows, and you'll actually get some rat kingies and bonito in between as well. You might also get a good one. There has been some big kings sighted at the moment, so definitely worth a shot there. Some really nice fish around if you're fishing offshore. It's just those northerly winds are gonna hurt a little bit. Now, big news, Marlin front. So we'll begin with the shelf. Let's start off with the shelf first. Been some really good blue marlin on the shelf at the moment. The boys and girls on Dynamic, quite a nice boat. They bagged 2 blue marlin during the week. Young Adam, junior angler, I think he's only about 12 years old, might be even younger than that. Caught a really nice fish just on 100 kilos. So his first blue marlin, well done. They also weighed another fish a bit over 100. So some nice blues on the edge of the shelf. Spoke to a bloke by the name of Sweetman. So not a bad little sweet last name, but he caught a black marlin, striped marlin during the week. So not bad for a shark fisherman, I reckon. Well done, Sweetman. You did pretty well there. And also a few other fish on the edge of the shelf as well. Current's pushing in. It's about a knot and a half, 2 knots. Bait starting to form up there. So the shelf looks like it's going to fire as well. Now, the news is, yes, the inshore. There have been black marlin on the inshore this week. A number of boats have been getting fished 2, 3, 4 a day, especially from, well, anywhere from Seal Rocks to Berube. The fish are there. You don't have to hound the one reef. They are spread out. It's just a matter of getting those slimy mackerel in the riggers, strip teaser out, and away you go. It's as simple as that. Light leader, 60, 80 pound leader, and away you go. So, black marlin have shown up on the inshore. So if you're keen on doing that, definitely worth a shot. I've had reports that the fish have been on the V, they've been out the front, and like I said, out off the light, off Seal Rocks. So they're spread far and between there. It's just a matter of finding a patch of fish that are moving in on the bait. So there's no secret spot on those black marlin. They actually swim, believe it or not. So there you go. Managed to have a good day out on Monday with myself, with Adam and Paul. We managed to release 7 fish on Monday as well, so a good day there. So water's looking good, shaping up sensationally well. So there you go, big news is, and we've been waiting for it, that black marlin bite on the inshore has definitely turned up. But I wouldn't be surprised that we get a wave of fish and they move on, then we get another wave. And that's what usually happens with those black marlin. We'll get numbers, they'll quieten a little bit, and then we'll get another wave through. So it's only early days. We've still got the best to come, which is February, March. So get out there and get amongst it. Anyway, that's it. Looks like an okay weekend with those Nordleys, but definitely worth a fish.